my YouTube channel. My name is Aisha and today I'm super excited to be sitting down and just sharing a few quick tips and thoughts about starting an Etsy shop. I have had a small little planner sticker store on Etsy since November 2016, so that's not very long, and by no means am I an expert. It's just that before I started my shop I was super excited and I definitely knew I wanted to start something. It's just I was too scared and apprehensive and a little overwhelmed about starting, because there was so much involved in just getting started that put me off and caused me to procrastinate for a while. So hopefully this video is helpful for you. I have made a few more planner related videos on my YouTube channel and you can definitely go check them out. This is probably the first time you're seeing me though, and that is because I am super camera shy. I've always just had videos of my hands, so bear with me if I'm a little nervous or I stumble a little through this video. But without any further ado, I'm just gonna go and get into the video so that we can get on with it. So as I mentioned, my planner sticker store on Etsy is called Candied Paper. You can go browse around and have a look at it. I will leave the links all in the comments down below. But before I started my shop, I knew I definitely wanted to start something. As I mentioned, I just didn't know where. So my first tip would be, it's all right to be afraid, like feel the fear, but just go ahead and do it anyway. You're always gonna be a little scared, and even when you start your shop and you set everything up, it's never gonna feel 100% there. You're going to have to constantly make changes and little adjustments to your shop as you go, just to keep up with everything, or just as you learn and as you grow and as you get better at things, to keep improving your shop, and that's gonna happen naturally. So the first part is just taking the first step. Decide what product you would like to sell, decide what you're good at making, decide what you would like to name your shop. And a quick tip there would be to make sure that all your social media handles are available when you're picking a shop name, because you definitely don't want to pick a shop name and then not be able to promote it or not be able to get like an Instagram handle with the same shop, which makes it really difficult for people to find you. So sorry, got sidetracked a little bit there, but yeah, so just go ahead, figure out the main steps. Do you need any permits or licenses in the city you're living in order to sell online? Any sort of permits you need to be selling from home? Do you need a separate workspace? How much of money do you need to start up? And then once all of those things fall into place one by one, you'll start to see the picture forming. But definitely you are going to feel a little bit afraid. Unfortunately there's no way around that. Just go ahead and take the first step. My third tip would be to definitely find some resources. We live in a day and age where you can pretty much Google anything, so it's not hard to find anything, and even YouTube has a video or a video tutorial for anything that you might need. So there are videos on how you can make your logo, on how you can set up your Etsy shop, and those things definitely help out because it makes you feel a little less clueless. So you feel like, okay, I can do this, even though I might not know everything there is to know. At least I know this much, which is enough to help me get started, and that's a big step for you. So use your resources. Etsy is really supportive in the fact that I know at the start of this year they had sort of like a free class that you could sign up for, and they gave you a lot of tips and a lot of back-end information about starting an Etsy shop, setting up your accounting and just the back end of your shop and your listings and things like that. Etsy also has Etsy teams, so those are basically local teams. You should try and find one for your own city. Usually they have a Facebook group as well, and that way people that are more experienced with Etsy shops and that have been on Etsy for a long time, they're able to give out information, or if you need any help or you're stuck with things. Sometimes it's really small things you might get stuck with, like, hey, I can't find this particular field to put in my credit card details, for example, and then someone can help you out. A great thing would be that Etsy has something called a seller's handbook. It is, I think, at the very bottom of their page. You can just look around or just type in seller's handbook, and they have tons of information. So there's information for everything, whether it is just setting up your shop or marketing your shop. They also do a feature every month, so you can see some really well set up shops, and that'll definitely help when you're just thinking of starting out, because you're able to see sort of a finished product, and if it sort of matches your aesthetic, you can definitely throw in your own ideas and set it up along the same lines. My fourth tip would be to reach out. So as I said, resources are great, but there's nothing like getting advice from someone person to person or face to face. So as I said, definitely try and sign up for your local city team. And then also try and find Facebook groups or YouTube videos and try and chat with makers and other local makers, people that are just starting out, people that have had Etsy shops for a long time. And often you might be surprised at how people are willing to go ahead and help you and just go out of the way to help you out. That feels amazing, and it really gives you a little bit of a boost, because when you see someone that's already done it, or you talk to someone that's already done it, everything starts to feel a little less overwhelming. At least that's what I've seen personally. And my last and final tip would be, don't wait too long. Definitely have your shop set up the way you want it to be set up, but don't wait until it's 100% perfect. Do the best you can do, and then just go ahead and launch it. No matter how much you set it up right at the start, as you go along, you're definitely always going to find things that you want to improve, things that you want to change. You will definitely, as time goes by, your product photos may improve, or the way you list your things will improve. As you learn more about SEO, you can improve your search engine optimization as well, so you can bring more people to your shop, and those things will come with time. So don't rush it, but definitely actively every single day try and do something to build it up a little more. And as I said, just feel the fear, go ahead and do it anyway. It really isn't that scary, it really isn't that overwhelming. What's the worst that can happen? It's you know, you'll always have more than you had before you started. Even if you don't make like 1 million sales in a year, that's fine. At least you've taken a step ahead. There's always places to learn, there's always places to grow, and even if you're in a market that is super saturated, there is always a little more room. So don't worry about it. If you have any questions or you have any comments, as I said, I'm no expert, I haven't had my shop for very long, but I can definitely try and help you out in any way I can. Please feel free to leave a comment down below, or if you'd like to email me, I can leave my email address as well. And then if you have any questions, we can chat. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try and be a little more consistent with my videos on this channel now that I've taken the first step and it's not just my hands anymore. Hopefully you'll enjoy this video, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.